great Row 2K pictures that you see online. That's coming from Ed Hewitt. He is the official aligner here on Lake Carnegie. He's making sure bow balls are perfectly level across the board for fair racing. Both these boats locked on. Coxswain subtly adjusting points. In lane 2, furthest from the camera here with the red unis, that is the Cornell Big Red. Closest to the camera here, dark unis, yellow boat. Lane 3, Princeton Tigers. Once again, the 2V event. This will be a race for the Harriott Trophy.
This is going to be fun. I mean, look, that was a sticky race in the Varsity. I thought Cornell did a really good job keeping their bow in it all the way to the end, but the Tigers wanted that one. You could just see it, like 10 strokes into the race, the aggressiveness, the energy from the crew, and so I assume that, the 2V is going to be no different, Keenan.
Yeah, it's going to be back and forth. These boats are going to be exchanging shots, I'm sure. So when these two teams line up, it's always an exciting race. Boats are locked on. Looks like we have alignment. Flag is up, flag is down, and away we go. We have a start here in the second Varsity Lightweight 8 race. Looks like the Tiger 2V quickest off the blocks as they get a quick early advantage. Couple inches away from Cornell, but Cornell certainly hanging in there early here, Joe.
Yeah, Cornell's hanging in there early. I got my eyes on the 3-man in the Princeton crew. That's Liam Dooley from Chicago. He's in the 3 seat. He's the captain. Interestingly enough, you got 2 freshmen then up in the stern pair and then 2 freshmen in the bow pair. So you got bookends. This is young Tigers with some experienced cats in the middle there. You got Ivo Monahan in the stroke. He's from the UK, really impressive athlete. I've heard a lot of really good things about him. Charles Huckle in the 7th seat. He's right from down the road, Mercer Juniors. His high school coach, Jamie Hamp, is no stranger to these waters as a very accomplished alum.
That's exactly right. A lot of conditions here, Joe. We talked about it. Pretty steady head breeze. It's going to be long. It's going to be heavy for these lightweights, but the Tiger 2V taking it on well here. Early stages of this one. They shot out a couple really effective high strokes as both these crews are now going to shift to their base cadence.
Yep, here we go. We're shifting in. We're getting locked in. Obviously, we know this is going to be sort of a meaty middle thousand here to this race. And so Cornell going to do what they can to stay attached here to Princeton and make this thing, a challenge. But Princeton is doing what they can to make Cornell feel like it's going to all be too little too late this early into the race.
500 meters in, and yeah, the Tiger 2V looking really potent here, Joe. Some really explosive, strong strokes here right from the middle of the boat. You said that mature middle 4, all the upperclassmen that are really driving this thing through that 500-meter mark, Joe.
Yeah, so you get the freshmen, Ivo and Charles, in the stern pair, as we talked about. And then in the bow pair, you've got the other 2 freshmen, Seb Line from down in New Zealand. Good on you, mate. And then Ben Perrin and bow from Rye, New York. And then, the 2 seniors in the middle of that boat, Liam Dooley, Noah Clemmer, Damancos, have been a really steady presence in the boat, according to the coaching staff, to sort of scaffold these 4 freshmen and 2 sophomores. So really cool to see just, the makeup of this crew and how it's come together. A lot of guys that don't have a ton of collegiate racing experience under their belt, but they look pretty darn good doing it right now.
They certainly do. 750 meters into this one, the Tigers got there first, and they've opened it up to about a boat length of open water, which is that's a big margin for a 2V lightweight event. These guys, this Tiger 2V really pouring it on here, Joe. They don't want to leave anything to chance. They're going to go hard early.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I mean, look, they're going to try to make a statement here, and they've still got a lot of track to do it. Cornell still got a lot of track to make this a tighter race and sort of be able to come back into these guys. So, look, these results are never easy to come by, but Princeton certainly making it look smooth, cool, calm customers there, continuing to put distance on their opponent.
I think if there's any benefit to having these types of heavy headwind conditions, Joe, it's that it's a longer race. So if you're Cornell, there is more time to make up that margin. But a margin like this, that's going to be tough to come back
Yeah,
from.
It's tough, Princeton, like all the way through this 1,000-meter mark, and then Cornell sort of coming up on it now, right? So, look, if you're Princeton, you're feeling really good. I mean, I like the way this 2V crew is rowing for Coach Smith and Coach Burke. I mean, they've got a lot of really good length. They, love the way they sort of get the body set and then stay long out over the arms. So, some really just good textbook rowing here from these guys. Really good to see.
Yeah, this Tiger 2V basing it right around a 36.5, which is essentially what the Varsity 8 was doing as well. So pretty uniform race plan and uniform strategy from boat to boat. and it's proven to be pretty effective so far as that Tiger Tuvey continuing to walk away from Cornell. Cornell still hanging in there, throwing some hard strokes in, but you got to think it, definitely running out of water now, Joe.
It's taken the camera a second to turn around, which shows you the impressiveness of Princeton and what this crew is doing here. So they're home waters, and they're making a statement, and the Tiger Lights are on the prowl, man.
Not affected by these conditions. Not affected at all. They're keeping it light and quick, even with a little head breeze.
No, look, I mean, Cornell, just 2/8 this year, so this is, this crew's doing everything they can to stay scrappy there for their team. Whereas Princeton's got a little bit of a deeper group, right? They go 4 deep, as we saw with some of those crews that were able to get into the heavyweight races and make some mix. And so you say, okay, Joe, I get it, but there's only 8 athletes, the rowers in each boat. What do those other guys have to do with it? Well, there's this word called competition, right? And it breeds excellence if you have people that are continuing to push each other up and down the roster. And so, look, I do think, Coach Smith is just one of his tenets. It's what I think makes him such a great program builder, is that he understands how depth not just impacts the speed of those boats, but impacts the boats at the top by having sort of that upward pressure. So speaking of upward pressure, that's exactly what the Lights are putting on here from Princeton on the Lights from Cornell.
Yeah, for sure. Inter-squad competition makes for very fast programs. And not only that, Joe, but this lightweight program, they compete with the heavyweights every week.
Yeah,
they line up on
orders,
Wednesdays.
Speed orders are real. And again, you talk about just some of the special sauce in this boathouse and in this program. We talked about it earlier. I think it's just that inner boathouse competition that keeps everyone honest. They're used to having to go against some really, really great competition that's bigger, more physical, durable than them in some of the heavies, and duke it out, and they do, right? And there's been a lot of days in my career I've seen Tiger Lights Tuveys go out and beat boats that maybe they got a heavyweight angle on them. So no surprise here to see that these guys are making it happen.
We're into the final 150 meters here, final 15 to 20 strokes for the Tiger Lightweight Tuvey, and they've dominated this one from start to finish. They've opened it up to a pretty comfortable, sizable lead over Cornell. Strong performance from the Tiger Tuvey. Into the final few strokes, barring catastrophe, it will be the Tiger Lightweights with the clean sweep, Joe, and they will bring the Harriott Trophy to the Princeton Boathouse.
6:27 is the time for the Tiger Lights. They get across first. They've got the clean sweep of Cornell. They take the Platt Trophy. They take the Harriott Trophy. Those are coming home to join some of the other trophies these guys have got. Great start to the season. Great start to his head coaching tenure there. Coach Matt Smith, incredibly impressive work from his boys today. And, look, there's a lot more out here to do. There's a lot more racing. There's a lot more speed to be gained, but he's got to be happy. These guys got to be happy, with what these athletes were able to do execution-wise.
No doubt about that. Well, it was an exciting morning of racing here. A lot of good back and forth for heavyweight men, open women, and lightweight men. We'll meet you back at the start line in about an hour and a half for a full afternoon of racing for heavyweight and open rowing.
It is a full afternoon. It will start with an absolute showdown. Cal, Princeton, heavyweight men, 2 versus 4. We'll see at 1 o'clock. I'm going to go get ourselves ready here in the announcing booth.